NFL history.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And his first look is incomplete. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow, open man is Uzomah. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Joe Burrow in year number 2, moving around pretty good considering the seriousness of his injury last year. If you're a defensive coordinator here, what are you trying to do to slow Joe Burrow down?
I think you want him to be in rhythm. I think you want him to be on time. And normally, you want to take that away from the quarterback, make him hold it a little bit longer. But when he has a chance to maneuver around the pocket, sometimes get out of it, big plays result. I want him throwing the ball on time and then tackling the receivers so there's no extra yardage.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Here's Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Burrow. He goes right back to Higgins, and this time he's got him. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been...
And he is in! Touchdown, Bengals! Joe Mixon taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. This one taken just inside the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Well, the Minnesota offense ready to go to work here. Their quarterback in his 10th season overall now, and 4th as a Viking, Kirk Cousins.
Not bad for a 4th-round draft pick. Well over 100 career starts now. And the chemistry with his top targets, really on point. They spend a lot of time in practice and after practice making sure the routes are run well, and he knows exactly where they're going to be on the field. And when they get open, he delivers.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And Viking fans spent plenty of time wondering how they were going to replace Stephon Diggs when he left for Buffalo. But I think most would agree now that Justin Jefferson was the best rookie receiver in football last year. 88 catches for an even 1,400 yards. I would say the numbers don't lie.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
To throw, Cousins. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing, Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Oh, that is a complete shank. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So we've seen these be tricky from time to time. You know, you've almost got to cut the ball to make it go through. And this time he cut it a little too much, and he sliced it.
Yeah, and he'll tell you, no excuses on this one. It's a kick every NFL kicker should be able to make in his sleep. But your word was definitely correct. He sliced that one, and he'll miss it wide to the right.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They go play action with Burrow. That's taken in by Higgins. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Burrow will throw. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And Tyler Boyd's one of those guys that seems to fly under the radar, but he finds ways to get open, and he has nice hands. He's averaged right around 80 catches a year his last 3 seasons.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Dalvin Tomlinson busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
They'll drop this one down to Mixon.
And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And the Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Cousins on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They go play action. Cousins. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
60 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Point after, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
DJ Waddle.
What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Jamar Chase, the intended receiver.
And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10.
The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
Oh, now Hopkins slow to get up here. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Now Burrow on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
3rd and 2. Now Burrow. Complete to his tight end Sample. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan... All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Kirk Cousins and the Vikings offense back on the field. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the 3rd quarter. Now a dump off here complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
A first down throw for Cousins. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Cousins. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend. I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield, and that ball incomplete. He couldn't work free from his defender, and now it's 3rd down. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. To throw is Cousins. And oh, it's complete. What a catch at the 7.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
Cousins. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this 2nd half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
And how about the rapport that these two had last year as rookies? Exactly what the Bengals had in mind when they made Joe Burrow the 1st-round pick and T. Higgins the 2nd.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. There's a short one caught by Uzama. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. He's going to air one out.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
We are through three quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Cousins throw pulled in by Jefferson.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Cousins.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10.
To the air again, it's Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Play action now, Cousins.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline. I will take your role, partner, but up in the 4th quarter and going for it on 4th down and picking it up. How about that?
A big chance. That's why football is not for the faint of heart.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 2nd and 10, Cousins.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Cousins.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th.
He'll get that to Amir Smith-Marset.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. What a chance they just took, a huge chance. They go for it on 4th down, wind up getting the first.
Go ahead and admit it. You thought it was a bad call, didn't you?
I did, yes.
I think any normal person did. How about him picking it up? Give him credit.
On 1st and 10, Cousins.
Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Cousins now.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now on the afternoon.
And the Vikings are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So Burrow and the Bengals
down by 2 touchdowns. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance.
Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Burrow's thrown into the hands of Sample.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down now, but that clock rolling. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Burrow.
And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
They'll run with Mixon. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Throwing, Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
And Burrow's saying, let's go, let's go.
And he will find his man on the end route, complete.
Four yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. Burrow.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Here's Burrow.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down, letting one go deep for the end zone. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So the clock sits at 16 seconds as they line up for the onside kick. Oh, the Bengals look like they got it back. They did. Bengal football. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
He's going to let it fly. And this one is incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And they're not able to complete it. Now just 6 seconds remain. Time for one, maybe two more plays. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Vikings, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date and
Tonight, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's a special Halloween night presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings taking on Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. The Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott set to go on offense for the first time, and with Dak at the controls, his 6th season under center now as the Cowboys quarterback.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
So Dak with a completion there, really showing no ill effects from that injury a season ago. Yeah, what do you think your keys are defensively trying to stop Mr. Prescott?
Well, I think any defensive coordinator will tell you, stop his running game first, because he is at his best off of play action when all of your linebackers come up to the line of scrimmage after the fake to the running back, and that allows him room and space to make a decision downfield. So take away the run, and that allows you to drop into coverage and blanket the field.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now Prescott. He's got it. Touchdown. Noah Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Well, the Minnesota offense ready to go to work here. Their quarterback in his 10th season overall now, and 4th as a Viking, Kirk Cousins.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
5 yards remain on 2nd down.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins.
To Jefferson on the slant.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line. From the red zone now, Cousins. And he completes it to Westbrook.
And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. You know, their defensive side did that. But he's already taken them back downfield. I love this field general that they've got. It's almost like he went to the defensive captain and said, don't worry about it. We've got you. Now they got 1st and goal.
Yeah, we're seeing punch, counter punch, and this could be setting the table for quite the game.
I like that. Let's go ahead and put it in the boxing ring, right? You're going to get hit sometimes. Can you respond and hit back? And they're trying to do exactly that.
Escapes the sack. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st.
And this one quickly to Lamb.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top, you become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
Uses the stiff arm, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The veteran in his first year with the Cowboys, Brian Anger, on to punt. As he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Pulled in at the 24. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Osa Odighizuwa in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
A pass there, complete to Westbrook.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On third down, Cousins.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Cousins now from the 50.
And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied here in the second quarter. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
And now here come the Cowboys.
And you figure this should be a healthy, a rested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week, This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Prescott. Again, it's Cooper as he makes the catch.
And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 1st and 10, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. 2nd down and 3.
Prescott yet again. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
To throw is Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And his throw is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
pitch to Dalvin Cook, his running back. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Cousins again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw again on second down. Cousins. And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a...
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Before we came up to the booth, thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit. And that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Prescott now from the 50. Got him in. It's Brown. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And, well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
1st down, Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? A 1st down throw for Prescott. Right back to Cooper, and he got him again. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
On 2nd and very short, Prescott.
That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw. Prescott.
Able to hit his target, Lamb. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage.
Touchdown, Cowboys! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys are able to extend.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Cowboys, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year.
These players are on the last year of their contract. Re-sign them to avoid losing.
today. From M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
And this is caught by Watkins.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I have to imagine many defensive coordinators had a sleepless night trying to game plan ways to slow down Lamar Jackson. What do you think is the most effective way to try to do it?
Well, you've got to be a little counterintuitive because normally you're sitting on the wide receiver 1, aren't you? But with Lamar Jackson, I'd sit on the tight end. He loves to throw into the middle of the field, loves that position as his #1 target. Take that away and hope you have a corner who can stand up man-to-man against his speed guy on the perimeter.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
And Jackson throwing once more. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They go play action with Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
On 2nd down, it's Murray down right around the 25. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. Here's Jackson to throw. This is caught. It's Brown. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed they went right into the game plan, attack them early, see if they're going to play any better. And if not, you keep the pressure on them until things change.
On first down, Murray. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Now Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devontae Freeman. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Picking up where they left off before the open week that they had last week as they won going into that. And no signs of being stale.
No, and that's really big for them because there's a trust factor that goes into this. Because what often happens, if you win the game before your open week, you should get more time off. But if you win the game before the open week, get more time off, and don't play well the next time out, that goes away. So they're making a statement that they like that time off.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 24.
There with Cook on first down, but it won't net him much, maybe a yard. 2nd down coming up.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Cousins to throw it.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Cousins. Goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Cousins. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
They go play action. Cousins.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now Cousins. Flushed out right. His throw caught right around the 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
From the 5, 2nd and 4.
A give to Cook out of the gun.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Cousins now.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson
with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game.
And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the pistol, they run it with Murray. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. That's taking it around the 40. Unable to corral him. He fights through.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. A 1st down throw for Cousins.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Cousins on 1st down.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. From the 17, Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson, his second touchdown. The game and his 9th on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
On the return, Devin Duvernay.
And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brent.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchdown.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Instead of the first, they'll have to go backwards for another second down try.
So if there is a silver lining, though, it stays second down, and they still have an opportunity to pick up a first down before they have to start their downs over again.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings featured back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. Second in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards, and that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 28. Now Cousins here on the bootleg.
That's complete to his running back, Jefferson.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down, they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Dalvin Cook, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2.
Cook, they'll try and run it.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A handoff. It's Murray. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On third down, Jackson.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
Tucker's kick is good. And that lead is back down to 9 now.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
So here are the Vikings to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10.
Play fake, Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
2nd down and 5.
To the air again, it's Cousins. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be, and now it's 4th down. So that, maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Jackson. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. Gets around him. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
That is incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 38-yard line. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again is Jackson.
That goes out wide to Murray.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Freeman with a fast feet, and down inside the 15 he goes. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Jackson now. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Ravens have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
Here's Cousins. Got an open man finding Jefferson.
Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Cook, a first down and more. And down to the 27-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Minnesota,
the victory means they'll up their mark to 5-3 on the year.
And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Minnesota Vikings and the Los Angeles Chargers.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. On first down, Justin Herbert. And his first pass. Is incomplete. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Justin Herbert looking comfortable here in season number 2. He looked comfortable in season number 1 for that matter. But what's the game plan for defending and trying to limit him?
Oh, you've asked a really difficult question there because you're right. Year 1, he looked like a 5-7-year veteran, and he's only going to continue to get better. But with a guy who throws such a pretty ball and has such a great arm, throwing the long ball has got to be a blast for him. He wants to push the ball downfield. Doesn't mean he can't make all the other throws, but I want to take those away first and make him beat me by being accurate and dinking and dunking all the way downfield.
He's got his tight end Anderson open right side.
And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. Saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Running the jet sweep here for Palmer. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 16. A quick check on the numbers for Keenan Allen from last week. Well north of 100 yards receiving. He was hard to stop. The only thing they did well defensively, they didn't allow him to get in the end zone.
And that's small comfort for them because he actually carved them up. I love his versatility. I love his route running. Ran the entire route tree. They hit him on deep shots, quick hitters, balls over the middle, balls to the sideline. He was everywhere. When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter, that's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Kene Nwangu now out of his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Cousins on 3rd and 2.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 26.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Being chased out left.
And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Again, it's Cousins on the move to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. This is caught. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Cousins. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Out of the gun, Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, LA. Mike Williams. 81 yards. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Nwangu now from his end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. 5-3, their record at the halfway point. And you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple of things working against them. And number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Cousins.
To Jefferson on the slant.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Play action now. Cousins. Wide open receiver complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
They'll throw again. Cousins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Here's Herbert.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
They certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Herbert now. He finds his target, Allen. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And this is Cook with the grab. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That right there, career catch number 541, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Kellen Winslow, who also obviously played the tight end position.
Yeah, and helped revolutionize it when he was in San Diego. But how about what we're seeing right here? You're talking about 541 catches at the tight end position. You talk about lofty territory, rare air. He has a lot to be proud of in his career.
Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds here. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's second and goal.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football.
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers.
Josh Palmer in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers would extend their lead here just before halftime.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
So much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Derwin James with a pick, and he'll take this back down inside the 20. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field.
More from L.A. in a moment. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Herbert. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Chaz Surratt
in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Herbert.
That's into the hands of Eckler.
And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
Hopkins' kick is good. And the route is on. It's 24-0.
So little by little, the better of these two sides starting to become more and more apparent.
3 points is not a knockout blow in the third quarter, but when the other guys haven't shown they can do anything, they don't have any points,
This is looking pretty good. Maybe not a knockout blow, but a good stiff jab, that's for sure.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far. I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit them quick. Little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Off the play fake, Cousins. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. D Ford in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now they're in. Some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Working out of the gun, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Picked up. Off near the 26.
This is our time.
Things just kind of continuing to unravel for them here in this second half. They take the shot downfield, but this defense, once again, up to the task.
Well, this is where you think about the old phrase, desperate times call for desperate measures, because they've got nothing on the scoreboard, and they're just trying to get something, anything to go their way. But in this case, they turn the ball over.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. Throw right side, complete to Williams. Now he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Herbert's throw taken in by Palmer. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll try the air now with Herbert. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Josh Palmer, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. They're triggered.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler,
his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this 4th quarter.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. This is recovered by the Chargers.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through, and that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And some room to maneuver. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. 1 play on the ground and into the end zone for 6.
This taken in at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but They certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Cousins.
He goes right back to Jefferson, and this one complete.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Cousins to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derwin James with a pick.
And a jump. Are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
2nd and 5.
It's Eckler again. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37.
Defense.
And obviously they want that run yardage, so they decline the penalty.
No doubt about it. Smart on their part. They finished off the play. But if you're going to jump, if you're going to commit a penalty, it's your job to finish off the play so you don't give up big gains like that.
Today,
this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. They just do get the playoff. Now Cousins.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there.
And that'll bring up second down. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
From the red zone now, Cousins. He's got his man on the crossing route.
And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Rolling to his left. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken a 1st quarter lead. The offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this 1st quarter. Back near the goal line, Cousins.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. They go play action. Cousins.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
A throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
And he'll just get rid of it.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. And that will be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A gain of 6 there on first.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
To the air again, it's Cousins. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So the offense set to take the field here. They will have the football with less than a minute to go in the first half. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. A 1st down throw for Cousins.
Leaping catch. He pulled it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
First down. Here's Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. On play action, Cousins. The 20. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson
hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Vikings come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Great corner route there. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion, but this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
On second and 10, Cousins forced out to his left.
That's complete to his running back, Jefferson.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Here's Jordan Berry now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it'll be charged. Football here as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Lets it fly for Thielen. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Jordan Berry now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just one. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Another try after the first down sack. Cousins.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
You definitely would have liked to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip him.
Now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Can almost see inside his face mask there, the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the line.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Cousins on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Cousins.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And that's incomplete.
The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at him from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. 37 yards on the punt. With no return, and out will come the offense. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Now Cousins.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up the 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Lets it fly for Thielen. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Here now, Roberts.
Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And out trots Jared Cook with the rest of his offensive mates. And partner, the defense, they were keyed in. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. On 1st down, it's Cook. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The Chargers going to signal for the first. Timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll run with Cook. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Handoff comes to Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
Hey, that score deserved.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Cousins to throw.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this one?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
To throw, Cousins. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
You got to remember, because now that we're in overtime, mistakes get magnified. So you got to walk that line between being aggressive and being careful, because that was a dangerous throw right there. You obviously could not have an interception in this spot.
It nearly was an interception. He's lucky to get that one back. On 3rd down, Cousins. Oh, but it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Chargers, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long, everybody.